Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place for ain't all things Michigan football. If you ain't heard, we're in the ass kicking business. Business is booming. That's what they said. We're in the ass kicking business. Business is booming.
For sure.
That is
For sure.
That's the quote of the year. I like that. I really like that. Mike Barrett. Shout out Mike Barrett. He said that's what Harbaugh tells them. I love when they give us little tidbits of things that are happening behind closed doors because, Harbaugh gets out there and always gives them coach speak answers, don't really ever say much. But when he's behind closed doors, he talking a whole lot of trash. So just a little peek behind the curtain. Anyways, back to business. We're not going to spend too much time on Indiana. A thrashing of epic proportions. I think, like I said the last time we ended, I felt like we were hitting our stride, and even though we started out slow, we turned it around,
big slow,
pretty quickly to the point where we even score in the first quarter? Maybe 7 points.
Three quarters of football, good football.
Right, 3 quarters of good football.
We didn't even score in the first quarter and still dropped 52. So. Hell of a game. I feel like I don't want to call that adversity, but I feel like whatever that was,
bump in the road.
Yeah, a little bump in the road. They snapped back real quick. So, Keen, I'll start with you. Indiana, and like I said, we're not gonna spend a lot of time on it, but what were your big takeaways from Indiana?
Just sharpening iron. You know what I mean? For the next opponent. Like you said, 3 quarters of good football. The first quarter, it happens. You get tested or you get hit in the mouth. You got to bounce back. If you don't, you know what I'm saying? That's like years past. I would have panicked more, but Bowie kind of calmed me down. He's like, "Hey man, just relax, man."
That's what I'm here for, man.
Man. So I kind of chilled. I'm like, all right. So then they picked it up. Second quarter, you know what I'm saying? Just dominance, pure dominance, and utter dominance.
And now I'm expecting you to save me the next time because the irrationality pops up all the time from Michigan fans.
What you got, B? What you think about that Indiana game? Quick overview.
Good game. Yeah, not too much to add. Like King said, pure dominance. Yeah, I wasn't worried in that first quarter just because it was things that we could control. We just didn't seem like we were clicking. I definitely didn't see 52, but I'm glad it happened. The biggest takeaway I got is in the backfield, man. Mullings is toting that rock. He carried 8 times for 47 yards, and Edwards only got 4 for 20. You know what I'm saying? And when Edwards showed his, his playmaking ability, that was more in the passing game. So hopefully going forward, we get him more involved in the passing game. Big shout out to Mason Graham, scooping the fumble with the club, and your boy Sab made a spectacular interception in the end zone, man. Like he showed his leaping ability, showed his playmaking ability. Just defense looking good, man. I like the way they look. That's it.
Yeah. Just a couple things to note that I wanted to bring up, which y'all know I've been harping on it every week. Why in the third quarter when we're up by 35 points, are we running a draw to JJ, him spinning, doing a little whirling dervish, and gets hit, shoulder drove into the ground, and he stayed down for a good second and a half.
Like that hurt. Like, oh, that hurt a little bit.
Yeah, man. So
too. Like
you said what?
So he got a gimpy too. Like
yeah, he got a again. Why? Why are we doing that? That's the one thing that can derail the season.
No, I feel you, Train. I was looking at that, and all I thought about was you. Like, yo, this is training. Go like this.
My worst nightmare.
Yeah, and I didn't either. But it all you can think of is like, why? Why are we doing this? He doesn't need reps running the football. We got Blake 9 for 69, already rattled off Mullins, Edwards. We got people that can run the ball. We don't need him to. he had already had, I mean, he went 14 for 22, 19. It's a solid game, especially he only really played 2 quarters.
I don't think Mullins didn't play last game, did he? Wasn't he out?
No, Mullins went 8 for 47.
Ben Hall.
You talking about Hall?
It says Mullins. Oh,
No.
dog, man, I'm tripping.
Yep.
Yeah,
Hold
let
on.
me say, hey, King, he's all out of sorts tonight. See,
I'm tripping, bruh.
he getting on me, dog. He getting on me. His head ain't in the right space. I'm like, bro, I
Hey,
thought
coach.
Mullins,
Coach, put him on the bench, coach.
I remember saying those stats last week. I was like,
Bruh.
I thought
It was
Mullins.
hard.
I'm looking at my stats. Like, is my shit wrong? I'm looking at the stats.
I was looking at the Minnesota game, dog.
The whole app. I'm like, what the hell? I'll just let it ride.
All right, it was hard. It was hard, man. I saved you in the first quarter. I said you supposed to save me. I said it, save me. All right, so it was hard at rush 9 for 58. My bad. Hey man, we gonna get this thing back on track. So Hall rush for 9 for 58, but you know what I'm saying? Everybody was doing their thing, and it's like then I don't get the play calling scheme what they're going for in that situation. So I don't know, Train. I'm with you on that, man. They need to start doing something to help this boy out, either in practice or in the game. Don't call them plays for him since he don't know when to get down and when to just chalk it up. Just don't call them plays for him.
Yeah. And I think I don't know if, speaking of Mullins, I don't know if he's coming back this week or not. I don't think they said, but hey, Hall. And remember, I was talking about that, I think, before the first podcast or before the first game, when I was saying in the spring game, Hall was looking good. He's got
that's the freshman too that they were talking about. Yeah, I'm tripping.
Good spring game, yeah. Bro, even Harbough was talking about.
Word. They said that on the broadcast. Like he was in the spring game, he had almost 100-yard game and he was balling out and everybody was high on him.
Harbough details traits Benjamin Hall has to be a great running back. That's the headline.
So Edwards did less. He had 9 for 20.
He had 9 for 58. I mean, it was later in the game, but you could tell dude is shifty. He was moving like he was.
I'm talking about Edwards. He had 9 carries for 20 yards.
I'm trying to save face for him, man. You know how it is. I was like, he got 9 for 58. I was like, it's later in the game, they tired, but he wasn't getting hit. Like he was kind of shifty. He's stocky. He's big. Like he looked like a running back for real.
He looks like Corum out there. Maybe not quite as like bouncy left and right, but again, B, like you were talking about Edwards, it seems like his vision got bad. Like I feel like with Hall, he has good vision, and for a running back, that's half the battle. Like, yeah, you got to be fast, break tackles and all that, but if you know where to go, especially with zone blocking, that hole can be anywhere from
if you can see stuff other cats can't see, you got a leg up.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got a problem getting to that straight line so he can get speed, but he ain't made it there. He made it to the second level yet because he runs to the back, like Bowie said. He said running to the back of people. Just I don't know, man. Just not seeing.
I think he's salty. You seen it a little bit when they pulled him on that touchdown.
Yeah,
he's a little hot. But King said something, and then we started texting. I was like, bro, he got to score that touchdown. We can't see it the way, but then we can't see it the way he see it on the field, but you see the replay. All he had to do was make that first dude miss. If he cut to the right, like back into the middle, he had a block and he would have scored easy, but it's like
anywhere but where you went. That's it.
Right. It's like he ain't looking. He ran straight into the defender, which was a DB, which I'm like, yo, you gotta make him miss. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no tackler like that.
Yeah. What was I gonna bring up? Oh, Samaj Morgan. He got. Remember, B?
That was nice.
Saying, how did he go from a touchdown to no catches the next game? But now he's back getting catches. He's a little shifty fella, man.
Bro, that was nice.
Scored that touchdown, that 7-yard little screen. He scored that.
That reminded me of my dog Pete W.
It was a lot of people over there. He could have got tackled by.
Catch it in traffic, make a bunch of people
he ran over a dude, made a couple
ran him. That reminded me of Peter Warwick back in the day.
Yeah. Shout out, Carmelo English, the other freshman receiver. He got in the end zone. So now I'm starting to wonder what's happening to Clemens, because he might be another one, man. I hate to say it after a couple of no-shows of cats, but nowadays, cats is real quick. Yep, they real quick to hop in that portal. And I'm just saying, hey, if you ain't, coaches see you every day, all day at practice.
Right.
Got in the game. I guess he had one game, he had like maybe 3 or 4 catches, but nothing. He still hasn't done nothing crazy. So I don't know, man. We'll see what's up.
Might be another Andrell.
Might be another Andrell. He was highly recruited too. I think
work, boss.
Yeah. I think he was close to being committed, or maybe he decommitted. He was about to go to Oregon, and then they changed coaches, and then he, that's when he ended up committing to Michigan. So hey, who knows what these cats.
Cornelius, oh, there you go. I can't believe that, man. He only got 1 catch. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cornelius. But I mean, it's not like there's a receiver on the team that just is like overwhelmingly catching the rock. Loveland and Roman were tied for 3 at the no, they were second to Morris with 4. So it's like, I mean, him only having 1 catch, it doesn't even look that bad because there's nobody just up in that 8 catch range. You know what I'm saying? Like 8, 9, 10 catches. Everybody's just got minimal catches.
Maybe that's a good thing. They're like, oh, they spread the ball out. Maybe people key in.
And they're not playing the whole 4th quarter, so it's like that's cutting into
another
the
quarterback
too.
coming in with younger.
But anyways, B, I don't know if you remember, and Keen too. Yeah, I think both of y'all was talk about it after we beat Notre Dame that one game, and they was interviewing Haskins and Corum, and they was both at that time
fooling. I remember that. That was like one of the. That was before they took the class, the media class. He got up there straight out the box.
Hey man, so
my people back home.
Hey man, hey B, I hate to say it, but Samaj, we're gonna have to send them. We're gonna have to send them. Hold the line briefly.
Okay, you got something for me?
And hey, let's do these young men right, especially when they're starting to get shine. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's see what we got with Samaj.
Couple of pass catchers that Jason caught up with, wide receiver to wide receiver, starting with the freshman Samaj Morgan, who had a big-time touchdown, pretty much all created by himself. Here's Samaj and Jason.
You had one of the best plays in the game with getting the end zone on that screen. Like, how did that happen?
I just say Jesus carried me through the end zone for real. I just caught the ball and ran. It wasn't even the best look either, but I'm real shifty and fast, so I just try to put myself at use, and then like I cut back one time, then cut another time, and then they was trying to hit me, so I ran one over, and another one came. I'm like, I gotta get in the end zone, so I just kept driving my feet. I got turned around and then just backed up into the end zone and scored. And then got to celebrate with my teammates. They did great on that play too. My line was blocking, and I had coasted big self in front of me, so I knew I was safe with them. I knew I was safe, so I'm glad I was out there with them, man. It was just a great play and great play call by Coach Moore for sure.
Bro, hold on real quick, bro. You know how back in high school when you had to do a rough draft and then you had to go back and critique it? That's the rough draft right there.
You Uncle Willie's son.
I'm glad to be out there in my 10, man.
That sounded like Jameis Winston mixed with Angels in the outfield.
Hey,
Jesus carried me to the end zone.
You know who that sounded like, B? Hold on, where it go?
That boy said, Jesus.
If y'all know who this, see if y'all know who this is.
Front door. I hop out, I start shooting. Bow, 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 bow. Shot the nigga. Bah, shot his
That
ass.
Soldier Boy when he was.
All the niggas run out the door. They run out the door. This nigga on the floor.
What's little dog from Florida? That's what he sound like to me.
Bruh, that sounded like Soldier Boy when he was
what's the
talking about
rapper from Florida? Dang.
Kodak.
Kodak. Oh, Kodak
Hey
Black.
man, this all in good fun. We ain't ragging on the guy, but they need
Right.
to get these guys for real, man. Like
Media class, media class, media class, media.
Sharpen him up, man. Polish him up. Oh,
I know you don't have a heavy work schedule or a heavy class schedule. One of the classes need to be media.
you would think that's automatic, but I don't know, man.
And train, the young men gotta go. He might have it. He just might have said it ain't important. I'm gonna get an A in it anyway.
right, true enough. He's a football player, so A's are just
All you need to do is get one interview and you get an A. He got his interview. They gonna be like, all right, you guys show up.
what else did I have?
They make the pay grade. I mean, they make the pay grade.
Did y'all all right, we good with Indiana? I mean, I don't think it's let's talk about the real issue this week, which is Sparty. We got Sparty on the schedule. Sparty's up next, and I honestly don't even know where to start with this game. You know, I don't think we need to rehash the whole Mel Tugger situation and all the mess that he done got them into.
The situation.
But they just came off it seemed like I didn't really get to watch the game, but it seemed like a full choke job
Yep.
to Rutgers. And I'm wondering now just even where where they mindset is at.
It's like beating a dead horse. It's not even fun.
But I mean, it is something to consider. You know, as well as I know, this game has some crazy stuff be happening.
That is true.
I did hear something that now I completely get it. This was a completely different year, which we ended up being terrible in the COVID year 2020. When we started out 2-0, that's when Joe Milton was the quarterback. They said we were a 24-point favorite in that game that we lost.
Ooh.
And we're a 24-point favorite in this game. Well, we did end up going to finish that year 2-4. The first two wins was kind of smoke and mirrors. So I'm not going to say it's the same. I'm just saying goofy stuff happens in this game. Dayton, I mean, all the way back to as long as I can remember. It's a rivalry game. So I don't want to overstate that or understate that, but I mean, it doesn't feel quite the same this year. I got to be real; they're not looking good. But overall, when it comes to State, Keen, where's your overall take on it? Are you at all worried that some of that foolishness could rear its ugly head, or are you just expecting like the last three games where it's 45-7 type deals?
Someone please call 911. I think I hinted to it earlier. This is the most confident I've felt going versus Michigan State in the Harbaugh era. We had some good teams, but we lack depth. We lack leadership at times. Right now, a lot of that's being displayed, not just from the coaches, but from the players. So my overall, I mean, looking at these stats, man, like, yeah, I think it's going to be some garbage, some slop bucket type garbage in that game, but it won't affect us to the point where it'll cost us the game. I think the bumps we've had in the road, like with Indiana, who else gave us a tough time? Not really, but you know what I mean? Whatever.
Bowling Green just lollygagging around for a little bit.
Starting slow or whatever. I think they're going to come out ready for this game. Quorum talked to the team about, you know what I'm saying, this, you know, it's a big game, but come out ready and, you know what I'm saying, just be sound in what you do, all that good stuff. But I'm confident, bro. Like this, like I said, this is the most confident I felt versus Michigan State.
Yeah.
You said it out loud ever again in life.
B, anything that past PTSD trouble with the snaps and anything got you halfway on alert?
Oh, it's the only thing that got me on alert is everything we can control. We talked about it a little bit on previous podcasts. It's just us beating ourselves. That's the only thing that can beat us is us beating ourselves. Getting too cocky because we're not worried, you know what I'm saying? Again, it's something we can control. But that state team, they're lacking stability, dog, like in every way, shape, or form. So they would have to overcome that and a Michigan team, like King said, that's playing 74 players, you know what I'm saying, when we go on the road. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that, I mean, that's just for any team, that's going to be a tough hill to climb. So in no way, shape, or form am I confident that state can do that because they haven't shown that. And they're unstable. I mean, all the stuff that happened with Tuck, they were a bad football team to begin with. I had confidence that we were going to beat them anyway, just because I mean, you can call it a rebuilding year, but now it's a blow up year where they just going to blow this thing up and start fresh next year. So not worried at all.
It's funny you said that. Well, about PJ Flack. When he said that in that interview, the music in the background, bro, it gave me chills. He was like, they get off the bus and they play what they play 74 people.
Right.
Damn, we out here. Hey, we get off the bus like on what was that movie with Chris Rock and Adam Sandler, Longest Yard.
Yep.
And they got off the bus like, what was that? No, unnecessary roughness. When they got off the bus, they was like, yeah, we here. That's right. Crack some heads.
We're the big brother.
Right. Did y'all see so B, to your point, when you were saying like we, taking it serious and all that. So I would say in a regular year, let's say where state was bad, we were good. We usually take it serious, but that's kind of how we've kind of ended up in games was because we didn't come in like it was Ohio State, right? So this year, though, I'm saying I think it's different because of what happened last year,
right?
The whole tunnel incident. So when you look at the tunnel incident and them, supposedly, I mean, they whooped Jaden McBurrow's ass in the tunnel. Really, is what happened. So did y'all see what Harbaugh said? Well, Mike Sandra still said Harbaugh said to the team. He said, "A faithful man forgives, a smart man forgets, but a Harbaugh remembers."
I like that.
So I'm thinking from hearing that, starters might mess around and
we gonna try to slap them.
They might fight like hang 70 on them like we did on Rutgers that year.
We might try to do a Miami Dolphins on them.
And I'm not, trust me, nothing's worth playing them longer than we need to, risking an injury. I get that. But if it's an extra series, just to, just choke them out once and for all, like y'all are 7 years away from beating us again. Just
set them back all the way back.
Yeah.
Put them in a headlock with a nookie on them.
I'm willing to extra drive or two just to squish them for long term, So that's kind of my take on it. Let me see what we got.
I want them to hang that 70 ball on them.
70 is a right number in football, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
and if they put up 52 and 3/4. So if they on all tilt for 4 quarters, 70 ain't an unrealistic number.
That's what I'm saying. And
because we need a couple defensive spikes too.
You haven't went if y'all don't, I record BTN what is it? The 60-minute replays of the game. And they just records every I got YouTube TV, so I can't get it just to record Michigan. So it records all of them, but the good side of that is I can go peek at other teams, real quick and see what they looking like.
You got film, and it's quick too. No commercial.
Yeah,
we got commercials, but it's no like.
Yeah, it's like 4 commercials.
You gotta do all this bullshit.
Yeah, you can watch a whole game in about 35 minutes. So goodness gracious, I'm okay. One sec. So anyways, I did go back and peek at that Rutgers game versus Michigan State, and to be real, like State was up 24-6 and they got a couple turnovers, but they weren't whooping ass like 24-6 when they were up 24-6, to be real with you. Rutgers dropped like 2 easy ass picks I seen. It was just
Rutgers.
Yeah, it was a fumble fest, picks. It was just a nasty game.
I hate those. That's a typical State squad though, like just nastiness. Slop.
We got a guest correspondent coming back.
Oh,
getting back
Pit boss in the building.
The pit boss said he wanted to come with some guest correspondence. You know how much he hates Sparty. He currently still has to live in the city, surrounded by all Spartan fans. He works at the biggest hospital in the area, where
Sparty Central.
Sparty Central.
Not for long, baby. Not for long.
Fun fact, yeah. Goodness gracious, how'd I know it was going to be at least 2 to 3 minutes before the camera came on? There he is.
There goes the pit boss.
So let everybody know what's happening at the hospital. I know it's a bunch of State fans there, but now tell the people what happened.
Basically, you know what I'm saying? The pandemic came through, shut down a lot of big goals, and the only way to get them goals accomplished was to hire a big dog. Or the big dog come in and swoop it. And that's what happened. So now he's about to make the mid-Michigan region a lot bigger, better, and safer for everything.
All right.
People won't have to travel. People won't have to travel as far to get, special, special type of treatment they need. So
I don't think you've said what I'm looking for you to say there, though. That's the only problem. You of them bought Sparrow Hospital System now. So yeah. So now it's actually owned by University of Michigan in Lansing.
In Lansing. A mile down the street from MSU.
Right. That's the part of Lansing that basically touches East Lansing.
Yes, for sure.
So anyway.
But yeah, it's all good though. I ain't mad. I love Sparrow. It's all good.
Hey, but we're talking about Michigan State right now. I know that, again, Pit Boss Pun throws a party every year.
Ooh, it's about to be slapping.
At his crib. And I know there's a whole lot of people invited, and you done been through the ups and the downs with this rivalry. So
I mean, since I've been out of my spot now, it might be a tad bit more downs than ups. With the little Rich Rod and the Hoke little joints, boy. Man. And then the miracle games, and then the hurricane weather games, and rough, buddy, rough. Especially out where I'm at, man. Wifey, she a State fan, so her whole family, But we get a couple more Michigan fans every year, more and more and more. So, but it'll be popping. It's a good time though. All love, good food.
I think everybody's wifey on the panel has a Michigan State wife.
Ain't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Facts.
Man, yeah. Man, this should be a full-fledged runaway. I mean, I don't even feel like Jim Harbaugh even feels like he wants to run it up on him. He's like, man, just go get the dub and get the hell on down before they do some crazy shit and want to start some other shit, Just get in and get out business. I ain't cared about numbers, just cared about the letter. The dub.
Right, because they ain't got nothing to live for. They gonna be on some silly, some
dirty.
That's what I'm worried about.
They nothing but clicks and hits. That's all they looking for.
Right.
Yeah. Factor into my score prediction.
And I
feel like 52-7.
Right, you jumping the gun there, but I
Oh,
got
yeah. Man, you know this delay be killing me, man.
Yeah, so I was saying when it comes to JJ though, I can see them, especially if Harbaugh does try to, you know, it's obvious that maybe the starter should be out and he's letting them maybe say an extra series just to run it up on them. That's when them dirty hits get that, you know, frustration. You down 48-7 this third quarter. You like, you know what? I got something for them. Watch me come blow this knee out or, you know,
I
do
know
something.
they got some Lamonts on their team just waiting to get out there and take somebody out.
Just a headhunter looking.
Yep. And then that's how he stamps his name in state lore.
Yeah, we don't need that now, you know. But all in all, man, it should just be business as usual.
Yeah. As far as
go ahead.
defense,
As far as running up the score, I think that would just be on just not even run up the score, just on natural play.
They can't stop us.
Can't even stop us. What we were going to do, just take a knee from the third quarter or what?
Right.
So, you know.
They've been talking about this Michigan State defense like it's decent. You know, I think that's stronger than their offense. So, I mean, I don't really know how they're going to generate points, but I think there's a small sentiment that they might be able to hang in from their defense for a period of time. I don't know. I mean,
the defenses get tired. I mean, they only gonna be able to stay on the field so long if the offense can't do nothing, because our defense damn sure gonna be holding the offense to 3 and outs.
My thing is, what defense are y'all looking at?
Total yards are 84th.
I mean, that might be the strength, but that's not really saying something.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, they have Rutgers to 6 points in the fourth quarter, which, I mean, I'm not saying that's, you know, a top tier team, but they had Rutgers to 6 points. And I mean, Iowa's offense is terrible. I get that, but Iowa wasn't scoring. Hey man, I'm just trying to find some positives here.
Hey Train, they had to give something for the betters, so they just don't write this game off.
If they do have a good positive, they should have 2 more wins than they do. Real talk. So that's a positive if you want one.
They gave up Rutgers, right?
Yeah, they gave up Rutgers. So
if was a fifth.
Yeah. So
that's the only way that was the only way they'll be able to beat us is on some shit like that. Fumble, punch, returns, just hiking over the head and all that. That's it.
Hey,
a miracle. Miracles have happened before, though.
And that's where I was going with it. Again, maybe I got PTSD just from seeing so much fluke stuff happen in this game.
Crazy.
We go back all the way to, and we were at this game. Me and Pun was at this game when had to be 2001. I don't know.
That was your senior year, right? That was 2002.
Yeah, that was I was there as a recruit.
Yeah, well, 2001. Yeah, going to 2001, 2002. So
yeah, so we had the tickets, we had the sideline passes. I'm really a Michigan fan, but
entertaining the idea.
The UNC, yeah.
But there as a state recruit, and this was the game. Remember, they snapped the ball and spiked it with apparently 1 second left, and Jeff Smoker to TJ Duckett in the back of the end zone and
holding,
yeah, all of that.
8 o'clock, yeah. Oh my, the holding was the most egregious non-call I've ever seen.
Right, so
like a cup rule call.
All I remember is right when that happened, I took a quick gander over at Pun, and I saw a little tear just.
Yeah. That show was crushed. It ain't nothing but green surround us. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Good bone.
Bruh.
Man, boy. If I had a couple more with me, we'd have been scrapping.
And I had
I trained and I was like, man, on our way back, I was like, man, let's say some shit.
I felt you.
Doug's like, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, it was, man, I done had a couple of them type of games.
It ain't the time. It ain't the time.
That's why I can't go to this game. No way. You got time for that.
I love it.
And they drinking out there on Saturday. Ooh.
I remember after that game, I was in the locker room and seen D Brown in there because he was playing for State at the time, and they was going crazy in the locker room, geeked up, and I was like halfway supposed to not act pissed, but I was
Livid underneath.
You were a spy in there.
Yeah, facts. All right, Pun. We gotta let you go. We got another
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we'll get back together, man. Holla at y'all boys when
You got your prediction at 52-7, though, right?
52-7 on accident.
It's gonna
All right, bro.
All right, now, yeah, for sure.
52-7. That was my prediction last week, wasn't it?
All right.
Yours last week was 52-10.
See who else we got coming through. We like to have guests in here sometimes. Some know him as MJ, others know him as Brother Mike.
Brother.
Other know him as the Juice Man. He has a few aliases, but he's a big time Michigan fan dating way back. Actually, a Michigan grad now. So we're happy to have him on.
Congratulations.
Watches a whole lot of Michigan football, probably one of the biggest Michigan football fans I know. So the fact he went to Michigan,
Brother.
What up? What up?
What up?
Oh, my shit on the green screen. Hold on.
don't come in here on that big pun mess trying to figure out the camera situation.
Dog. Because I be using this motherfucker for my meetings because I don't be wanting to see motherfuckers to see the background, but y'all can see the background.
You look straight now, though.
Yeah, it's just,
y'all can see.
It's great. Like, Greg, you good?
What up, bro?
Fuck it.
We talking Spartan. We talking Spartan week, Sparty week. We trying to see. I told them I had PTSD from previous years of them just pulling off bullshit.
Oh yeah,
I ain't worried at all.
Nah, man, they real bad, bro. Like I would normally be worried too, but they so beaten down and disheveled out here, like they ain't got a shot in hell of beating us. They ain't got a shot in hell, bro. We gonna beat the dog shit out of them.
You hear that, Sparty? We talking big boy shit over here.
It's gonna be bad. Them boys, they didn't gave up. You know how they get, like, they don't care no more. They on to something else. I heard some motherfuckers on the radio today talking about they in the fan portal, and you know how they get once the shit started. There's a pounding of the chest. Then now shit just get quiet. Nah, we don't hear shit.
Are quiet. People are real silent out here.
Yeah, they are.
So
they real civil.
Right. So what did you think about them? Because I'm having flashbacks to 2020 when I know we ended up being sorry, but they just went bombs over Baghdad. Ricky White just 3 or 4 deep passes, hoping for PIs. I know they're gonna try something. They're gonna try something, bro.
Yeah, I mean, if I was them, I definitely would. I mean, what else you gonna do? My man is straight. The running back number 4. I don't know his name, but he all right. But he's gonna get nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna tear his ass up. So they best bet, I would say, is to air it out. But I don't see that working. I mean, they got the one little weapon, Mosley. Then they got old dumpy auntie body, the tight end. What's his name? Malik Carr. Auntie body ass. Cylinder body ass. So yeah, man, they better try something like that. But I just think we way too much this year, man. Way too much.
Yeah,
I agree. I agree.
So as far as what should be our goal? I know obviously we're there to whoop ass. My question to you is, should we be there to win, get out healthy, and keep it moving, or should we be there, or should we put a little extra emphasis on embarrassment?
I would say, that's tough. That's tough because D'Antonio and my man Barnett's on the sidelines, like, I got to give y'all a little extra. But it might be, maybe I just have some plays up my sleeve that I let my backups run, and that's how I embarrass you. We got to embarrass you. somehow. But I don't want to risk JJ or nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't want that either. But there's got to be pain.
I like it. Pain.
I think if Orgy could, or the one cat, what's the backup? The new cat.
Tuttle.
Yeah, man. I think if shit, he could probably beat him by a few touchdowns. It's damn. So we get up 4 or 5 touchdowns, maybe just let him cook for a little bit and see, and then blow him out with him, and that'd be embarrassing too.
Y'all got look. I'm asking all the questions. If y'all got some questions, feel free to hop in for Brother Mike. I will ask him one more right now. I mean, we're talking about state, but just in general, because I know me and you, we text often about the games and whatnot. And there's some players that, you ain't really high on, some criticisms you got. I know you're not a big fan of one. We've been talking about Donovan. We can revisit that. But even more so, Makari Page. You seem to not like Page that much. I like Page. What's your deal with Page?
I mean, I haven't really seen. I don't know, man. Like, how I don't. Maybe I'm a little biased, but like, I thought he was a little overrated in high school. But you know how you kind of watching the ball a little bit, and him and my son weren't on the same team, so I only seen him play in high school maybe like 3 or 4 times. And then when he got to college, it just seemed like he just was the fucking the de facto choice. Like, it was just nothing. He was just there, so he got in there. He got the size. But what does he do? Like, I don't see him getting no gang of tackles. I don't see him making no plays on the ball really like that. He's just what my man Steve Smith say. He's a jag. He's kind of just a guy. You know what I'm saying? I don't really see a whole lot from him. But as long as he don't give up nothing terrible, I guess he all right. But he's not a playmaker.
What's your take on the Sab versus Rod Moore situation?
You say Hoover? Oh, my man. What number is Sab again?
3.
3. I haven't really kept up with it, bro. To be honest with you, once we start blowing motherfuckers out, it's like I haven't been as locked in with all the players this year. Remember, I hit you the one day and was like, "What's up with the D?" And then, then we just did some legendary shit for like 3-4 weeks straight. So it's kind of been like I don't really like that, man. Like, it's similar to last year to me. It's like we've been running through motherfuckers, but it's been hard to really keep my attention past shit halftime, really. And I'm just wondering what we gonna do against a real team.
Yeah, so
let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah. Speak up, Ken. I don't know why you sound a little muffled or something.
Well, my bad. That sound better?
Yeah, like you had to move up or something, yeah.
Who do you think our biggest competition is, either conference-wise or national? Like the eye test.
Conference-wise, I still think it's Ohio State. Like, I think we're a good 7 points better than Ohio State. I think we mess around and beat the shit out of Penn State again. I'm not impressed with them. I mean, they solid, but we should beat them down. Ohio State is the most competition in Big Ten, obviously. And then nationally, man, it ain't like whoever can air that bitch out. Washington, that they worry me. Whoever can air it out worries me a little bit. But for the most part, this is the least worried I've been about, outside teams in forever, especially with Bowers going down. I feel like, oh shit, we might actually have a shot unless Harbaugh just runs that bitch up the gut a million times like he likes to do.
That's a big.
We got to get JJ right though, man.
He does that.
On that note, talking about JJ, Harbaugh said he's a once in a generation quarterback and has a chance to be the best in Michigan history. And then he pulled out these stats. He said, out of 213 drives, this is JJ's drive, how many drives he had? Scored 130. That's 61%. We had 9 touchdowns at 74%, and then we had 34 field goals at 26%. So,
right.
Like, on a game-to-game basis, like, dang, man, but on a long, like, resume basis, bro, he's cooking. He's balling.
He definitely balling. But I would like it, like, if some of these lesser teams, just let him air it out a little bit, bro. Just let him, you know what I'm saying? Like
400 game. I want to see a 400 game.
yes, because if we get in a shootout, which I don't really, other than Washington, maybe a little bit Oregon, the rest of these teams aren't really shootout teams. Ohio State, though, low key, like if we can't cover Harrison, then it's going to be a shootout. So I would like to see us, like when we play Maryland, I mean, it's getting too, or tomorrow or Saturday, shit, air that bitch out a little bit, man, and let JJ get his stats and let him get, because in TCU, it was unfamiliar to him. So by the time his feet got under him, he had already thrown a couple picks, force and shit. You know, he'd like to force shit sometimes. We got to let JJ throw it a little bit more, I think, man. But he been looking real good. But the team, I hate to be this dude, but like, we ain't been playing nobody though. So
Hey,
he been looking good, but
let me
goddamn.
say this. I saw a point somebody made, and they was like, yeah, Michigan haven't been playing nobody like that, which, you know, is true. But they were like, the only thing that got me off of that is the fact that, one, we did a similar thing last year too, right? So, and we saw that we actually had a good team when it got to those games. And then two, they was like, this ain't like a new team. We brought back 80% of the starters from last year. So it's safe to say
Right.
that we nice based off this looks like last year, and we damn near got all these players back with another year of experience. So
right. That definitely shows. I feel you there. Like it is different. Like I was saying about the Penn State, Ohio State, like this is the first year damn near, you know, since the 90s, early 90s, where I feel like we definitely better than the Big Ten teams. You know what I'm saying? Like we might even be as good as the SEC teams. Usually it's like, you know, last few years we just kind of got over the hump. So it was like, yeah, we were better than the Big Ten team, but we were kind of traditional in essence. Like Georgia's gonna beat the shit out of us. Bama probably will. TCU was gonna sneak us. But you're right. This year, I feel like we're damn near considerably better. I feel like we a touchdown better than Ohio State. So Penn State is probably 10, you know, maybe a little bit more.
So it's a game this weekend, Ohio State versus Penn State. I mean, it's like kind of like the first Big Ten game. Crazy to think that we this far into the season. It's the first Big Ten game where I feel like we're gonna really learn something about Big Ten teams.
Right.
But I'm gonna be honest, bro. I'm not that high on Ohio State's offense. I don't feel like they could do a shootout with us at this point. Like you said, as long as we pay attention to Harrison.
Right.
I don't know, man. I feel like this game this weekend, I wouldn't be surprised if it's mad low scoring. If it was a shootout between Ohio State and Penn State, I'd be shocked.
I would be shocked too, bro. And I took the under too, so I completely feel you. I don't see a lot of scoring. I'm not impressed with Ohio State's offense either. I watched most of because I had bet on that game. I had watched most of the Ohio State Maryland game, and they just not moving. You know, they're not controlling the line of scrimmage. They can't really run the ball. And my man is straight. The quarterback, he's straight, but he just kind of got like a fat face dumpy vibe to him, like, oh, we gonna tear his ass up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't fear him at all, bro. Notre Dame is not sweet, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, y'all beat Notre Dame. That shows me y'all on a decline. Y'all that happy because you beat Notre Dame. I remember them days when they used to game. Hell yeah, they should have lost. But we went through that some years ago where it was like it was decline, and we was kind of like, oh, we beat Notre Dame, and next thing you know, Notre Dame ain't shit.
We were wearing Adidas when that happened.
Right. And I'm like, damn, y'all that happy about beating Notre Dame, huh? Like, yeah, we getting in your heads is getting to them. So I'm not impressed with them either, really, at all. I mean, you could damn near double and shift the zone over to him, all type of shit. Like, just make sure you shut Harrison down. Throw the kitchen sink at him. Push him, shove him, all that. Hold that nigga, whatever you got to do.
Make somebody
and
else.
I think we'll be fine.
And don't
they're not running the ball on us.
Don't we supposed to have a cornerback for that name?
We supposed to. And I ain't, you know, I think he can be the man for the job, but still, that's still a tall order, though. You know what I'm saying? That's a tall order. All game long, and you know they're going to throw it to him every damn time. So, you know, he going to get beat sometimes. But, yeah, as long as you don't let him go for nothing crazy, a $120, more than I feel like anything more than $100, 125, then now we in trouble. But if you could keep them around that 100 range, 90, 80 up in there, we fuck around, not blow them out, but I think we could beat them handily, especially at the crib.
Yeah,
I say double him. Why not? He's an NFL receiver right now, so you might as well just double. Ain't nobody gonna eat your lunch for doubling him because that's what anybody else would do. Let somebody else.
Right. What about the African? They got another light-skinned African receiver over there though, don't they?
Abuka or whatever.
Yeah, he all right though. Like I don't think he's beating us, but he's straight.
Good. He ain't Olave. He ain't
right. He ain't that second.
He ain't Smith
he ain't
and
the second
Right.
guy.
I don't think he's either of them. He's good. You're right. He is good. Right. But I don't know, man. Think about this.
Second leading receiver, tight end.
Bro, something wrong with your microphone, or is that just me? B, I can't.
No, he low.
It
is. Think about this. We went to let's see, Haskins, Fields, Stroud, and now we got McCord. I'm like, like you said, he ain't. Come on,
one of them.
We can't lose.
That's a drop off.
Yeah,
that's a hell of a drop off.
We can't.
That's
lose.
Early '90s shit. I mean, that's when we was beating their ass. When they was putting them white quarterbacks out there, we was beating them. They went about 10 niggas straight. And I'm like, we can't get rid of these niggas. And they got lighter and lighter. Then with CJ, it was like, oh, you had CJ and my man before him, Haskins, was kind of some pocket passers. Like, I was kind of liking that, like, okay, y'all going away from it. Now they got a full-blown white boy out there. We gonna tear his ass up.
Joe Germain, wasn't it? Joe Germain was the last one, wasn't it?
Joe Germain, yes, I mean, him and Herbie, and they had a nice little string of them.
Krenzel,
we beat all them motherfuckers.
Craig Krenzel,
he won the chip.
Yeah.
Versus Miami.
Remember, didn't Craig Krenzel get his spot took by Troy Smith, right? And that Texas game, that night game, wasn't that Krenzel?
Was that? Bro, I can't remember. I felt like
Krenzel, I feel like that was the very end of it because they was fighting back and forth, and then they finally just said, we going black now because Michigan can't do nothing with these mobile quarterbacks. So just give me black quarterback.
We was struggling.
That's when our linebackers were true to form linebackers. Stiff, couldn't run, and mobile.
Yeah, they was.
One time we had a chance
with the times.
We was 2 and they was number 1, and somebody did a unnecessary roughness and on the side.
Oh, Crable.
Oh my God, bro.
They came out 5 wide on us like, oh shit. Back in them days, that was like some, revolutionary shit. Like, oh shit, 5 wide. They didn't know what to do. Lloyd Carr's fucking ass.
We got these big ass linebackers that can't move.
In a 3-4 versus 5 wide.
Yeah, man.
That was bear front.
Big run stopping linebackers.
That's when the tide really started changing right then. That was like, and we could see it, but I remember being in denial, like, oh, we'll be back next year. And like, nah, these motherfuckers gonna beat you for a while. Which I think we might be on the other side of that, though. We might be.
I agree.
We might run it up on them for a minute, man. Because what's gonna happen is when we whoop his ass, they gonna fire him. But I'm just hoping they don't immediately go hire Urban Meyer. Like, keep him one more year. Let us whoop his ass 4 times in a row. And then go get Urban Meyer. You know what I'm saying?
Bring him back. They're gonna bring Urban Meyer back.
I mean, if I was them, I would. If they lost to Michigan again, he's out of there. He's gone.
One more, it's over.
If I was them, I would. Yeah, I would. I mean, he can't beat Michigan, and he can't beat it ain't just like Michigan. Like, this is some Lloyd Carr shit too. It ain't like we're just like these revolutionary offenses and shit. Like, we're just pounding it down y'all's throat. So y'all can't not just only beat Harbaugh, y'all can't beat Michigan football.
Right.
We will bully your ass. So even if Harbaugh ain't there, I mean, we will probably lose. But if we just keep pounding it and playing D, I don't know. They might be in trouble. Look like, and if you notice, this year hasn't really been the case. But Ohio State been weak against that run for a minute, man. At least since they been in there. So I mean. Physical.
Yeah,
I would get rid of his ass before he mess around, because he gonna go somewhere else. Urban, somebody else gonna pick him up. Hopefully it ain't State. He go somewhere else.
All right, man. We're gonna let you go as always. We appreciate the insight. Before you go, though, we want to get your prediction on this Michigan State game. We need a score.
Red is
I'm
at
gonna go.
24.
Yeah. I'm gonna go 40-7. 40-7. Harbaugh gonna take it. Harbaugh a weird nigga, man. Like he mess around and take his foot off the gas on him just because. I don't know why, but he might do that. So I say 40-7. They'll get a touchdown somehow, but that's it.
Hey, man, you want to promote that? Are you pass?
No, that's some whole other shit right now.
All right, man.
I appreciate it though. Appreciate it.
Yeah, for sure. All right, bro. All right,
Yep.
Brother Mike, y'all. Peace out, dog.
Appreciate it.
For sure. All right.
All right, man. We got some cats on this podcast that love Michigan football and know Michigan football. They've been watching it for a long, long time. So
Decades in the game.
He was in the archive.
Decades in the game. So let's get back to Michigan State. Actually, let's get into last week's predictions. Where did we land?
Hey, now there.
King was 52-10.
Damn, you got it right on the money.
It was 52-7 was the final score.
Whoa, damn. Why couldn't you just let it ride, bro? Why couldn't you just let it ride?
I had. I was close. I was close.
I guess I came in last again.
You was at 48-7.
You was at 48-7.
Damn.
And I was at 42-6. So I guess I came in last again.
4-3-0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all niggas kiss my ass.
You know somebody know the answer and they'll be like,
Oh man. So
whatever, motherfucker.
4-3-0. All right.
4-3-0. Yeah, it's 4-3-0. 4-3-0.
I'm gonna run off 7 straight on y'all niggas. Watch.
All right. Let's hop into this game, man. Michigan State, Saturday night in East Lansing, 7:30. They say they're wearing the all blacks uniforms
For their funeral?
That's what they saying for their funeral. But they supposed to come out geek, and we'll see how that turns out. But B, what you thinking, dog?
63-10.
Wow.
63?
63-10.
All right. I'm gonna go with.
Dang.
I'm gonna go with 45-10.
Damn. Yeah, really trying to put it. I'm gonna go with my score from last week. 52-10. Right in the sweet spot.
All right. You and Pitt boss.
Hey, I'm gonna raise my probability up about that.
Can I say one last thing on JJ?
Yeah.
I was thinking about this when they were talking. All right, so Pete, and this is nationally everything that's going on with Caleb kind of faltering, the tight end at Georgia going down. If Harbaugh lets him, throw for a couple like 3, 50, 400 games, especially in the Penn State, Ohio State game, where he's the reason why we're winning, I mean, I understand relying on the run game, but he's the focal point of why we win. Why couldn't he come away with the Heisman?
Hey,
Caleb has failed. Like he was the front runner. But
I'm happy you mentioned that, bro. That's a great point because I don't know if you saw the Heisman odds. He's like third, right now, even at this rate right here.
Yeah,
he's getting an invite, even at this current rate
in New York.
Right.
Just imagine what would happen if he's doing.
He has those because he needs those moments. You know what I'm saying? He needs those Heisman moments.
So the risk is, that's not what we do. So
Right.
we don't
Right.
want to
Right.
be so thirsty to get him a Heisman that we getting out our body. But I feel like both can happen though, because I feel like, again, you don't have to throw for 400. You just need to have that moment or moment, few moments.
One of them was when he told Colson Loveland to go upfield and he threw it like out on the run.
Right.
That was one of those moments right there. But it got to be versus. It got to be
a big game. Yeah. That would qualify as a big play in a big moment.
Right.
But I'm with you though, B. That's a great call. I feel like he should get an invite. And I heard Matt Leinart say he was talking about Michigan, and he was saying he said, I think he tweeted it. He was like, "Is Michigan the most dominant team in the country?" And then, a million comments under that, they ain't played nobody, blah, blah.
Hey.
But he said, I'm not going to say JJ is the best quarterback in the country. I'm going to say he's got the most control over his team than any team in the country, which is valuable in his own right. Like I'm playing orchestra conductor out here.
Right.
So even though I ain't throwing for 300, I got this game in complete demand and control at all times. So I'm with you though, B. I think that's a great point. Have we ever in the history of Michigan football had a quarterback even invited to the Heisman?
That's a good ass question. You got to do some research on that.
Pretty sure it's no.
No. So
and if it has been,
positions or defenders, to my recent memory,
Yeah. Well, unless you're talking about like
white dude
Harmon or whatever, like I don't count that.
No. If I wasn't born,
he said no.
If I wasn't born, I don't count it.
Like leather helmet days.
If the 3-point line wasn't available, we don't count.
Right. So, and if it was, like you said, we were young as hell. But
it's just it's just like, man, stuff is happening to where it's like it's wide open for him to win it, dog. Like, and even to your point, he ain't even got to get out of character. Keen ran down his stats. If he just keeps on that pace, he's getting an invite. If he just has a couple moments sprinkled in there, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he won it.
I mean, the game that, if you think about, and this is more motivation, which I meant to bring up earlier, Michigan's won 20 in a row, Big Ten games now. Their last loss?
Oh?
Their last loss was that game at Michigan State when Kenneth Walker went off on us, and Cade would actually balled out that game. Remember, Cade threw for like 300 something, and that was that Kenneth Walker game. So
wow,
last time we lost a Big Ten game was at Michigan State. Stink. We didn't beat Ohio State 2 years in a row now.
Right.
So last year that was undefeated. The year before that, it was only Michigan State.
You talking about when they were just going deep?
No. 2021.
Kenneth Walker, big ass.
Kenneth Walker at Michigan State. Remember, they was going back and forth. Remember, we got cheated. Hutchinson hit my man, and he fumbled in the end zone, and we got a touchdown, and they...
Right, okay, all right.
Only reason I remember that was because Michigan State played Miami that year, and they came here, and me and Diane went to the game because, she Michigan State. So I remember
trying to forget
he ran all over Miami. All over Miami.
So taking that into
PTSD, I be forgetting party games that they
you buried in your subconscious, way in the medulla oblongata.
You gotta pull the memory out of me. That's
bro. So Blake Corum was saying, I remember that. He was like, that was my sophomore year. I remember that, and I ain't forgot. So we got that on our side. That was our last Big Ten loss. The tunnel incident. It's a night game. They trying to come out wearing all black on us. Like, let's shoot this dead dog.
Murder, she wrote.
So, anyways, but yeah, I'm with you, B. JJ for Heisman. Let's get it. Let's start the campaign. Hopefully he can do what what K did last time, which is not that we lost, but throw for over 300 plus yards. I was watching that state, man. They ain't got no pass rush like that, bro. So he should have time to sit back there and just
pick them apart.
Nothing about that team stands out to me.
Yeah.
Except for the scandals.
Keen, what we got popping on IG?
Oh, yeah, you on the Instagram. You know what it is. We had the Michigan Man Cave podcast. Hop on in halftime. We go live. Posting a lot more, interacting with fans. See if we can get some people on here, some Michigan fans on here. So I'm in the DMs, you know what I'm saying, approaching this like a business ventures. So for sure. At Michigan Man Cave podcast on IG.
Yes, sir. The Wild X.
What's you see on that? Follow on the X, baby. X marks the spot. Same thing, interacting with a lot of different groups. The X is a crazy place, but it has a lot of like I'm finding new features and using different features to get our reach up. But it's wild. But anyway, we on Instagram, but we also on Twitter, now known as the X Factor. Come in. Hey, you can talk whatever cash you want on the X.
Yes, you can.
There's no filter on the
I've
X.
seen some filth on there.
Facts. All right, y'all. If there's nothing else for the greater good, we're going to clock back after hey, I hope I come in last in predictions this week. So, nothing else. We'll see y'all next week after we 7-0 now?
8-0.
After we 8-0. Let's get it, y'all.
Hey.
Blue.
JJ for Heisman.